when you go into a year, you finally get those seniors there. You go through a season. They're comfortable being seniors in the role and the needs of the team, and they kind of develop, okay, this is what we need to take care of as seniors. Now those guys are gone, and now your juniors and seniors are now asked to do more, and it's not just being a good player. It's we're setting the example. We're trying to make sure that the other guys are doing everything on and off the field the right way, and they're playing, but also acting like Terps. And so they've got to take on more, and it's not just about what they're doing. It's about, okay, how is everybody else doing, and can we create a successful culture and create a successful mindset day in, day out, and that is a process. It takes a while. You just don't snap your fingers and say, okay, you're seniors, you know how to do it. And that's part of our job, is to help them and help them along. And that's kind of the fun part, because it's really what the fall's all about, is creating your identity, and each team is different, and each team's going to have different strengths and weaknesses, but it's a lot of fun to see the kids grow and evolve as leaders, and the young guys struggling, but seeing them make progress and really, having more confidence as the days go on. Well, I feel like there's a lot returning on the attack, so that's a bit of a comforting feeling, just knowing you have some guys that have been around and played a good amount, especially guys like Matt Rambo and Colin Heacock and Dylan Malt. So that's a nice thing to kind of know going into the season. And then, although we lost some pretty solid guys on the midfield, you still have guys like Timmy Rotans and Connor Kelly and Lucas Gradinger that actually pulled a lot of weight last year. So still some things to figure out there at the midfield, but at least a good nucleus to work with. I think we're still, working on some things, try to get where we like to try to be, and where Maryland's typically always been. So we're trying to strive for that standard, and obviously losing again some veteran guys and some guys that just did an outstanding job for us. And it always kind of seems to be the case at a place like Maryland, where you're going to lose seniors, but you always know there are guys really excited about their opportunity. But Timmy Muller, Mac Pons, Isaiah Davis-Allen, veteran guys that we're really going to lean on, and guys that have a lot of experience, and then some guys like Matt Neufeld, who will be back this year and missed last year with an injury, had a really good fall, as well as Nick Brzezowski. Nick Manis got a lot of time last year, so he's back. So we're still working out some of the pieces of the puzzle, but that's been fun. It's been a lot of great competition in the fall, and guys trying to earn their spot. Right now, Danny Morris is going to be the starter. We just feel really good about his maturation. He's worked incredibly hard. He's really been mentored by two great ones in Kyle and Nico. So I think he's taken a little bit of what those guys did really well, and then kind of taken what he does well in the goal stylistically and said, all right, this is the way I'm going to play, but preparation-wise, approach, attitude, just how he does his business, I think he had two good guys to learn from, and then kind of doing his own way.